Niaje, my name is Nyashinski, and I just want to have a conversation with you guys and let you know how my trip to Maasai Mara was. Before I even start, I want to say it was beautiful, one of the best experiences of my life. Let me take you through it.
So I remember the first interview with Nyashinski at the Uvumbuzi Africa offices in Karen, and we were having a briefing before the interview, and it came up in conversation that he had never been to the Mara.
And I mentioned to her that I'd actually never been to Maasai Mara. I was like, okay, let's make it happen, you know. And, big shout out to Moses, boss man.
And so our executive director was like, you know what, I promise the next time Uvumbuzi is venturing to the Mara, we're definitely going to have you on board. We promise we're going to take you with us. Fast forward, sure enough, it happened.
Vitu zika happen, kajipata Maasai Mara, man. And one of the most emotional things for me was right in the beginning, because I got to get on a chopper and from here to Maasai Mara with my family, and it was just surreal.
So we were particularly excited to share this discovery journey with Nyashinski. First of all, it was the organization's first chance taking the outreach to Narok County. And for me, it was a personal first because I'd never been to the Mara.
It was an awesome experience. By the time tulikuwa wapi, somewhere too over Kenya, tulikuwa na herd of elephants in the middle of the forest, and it was just beautiful. I was like, saka hivi ndo tunaanza, inaenda kuaje huko mbele. So awesome experience.
So it was really special for us all to just have this first time experience together, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing.
Lift me up, oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Every time you're around me, I feel love. Another one for my one and only. Another one for my one and only. Lift me up, another classic. We got another one. Hey, I feel love. So no, Nyashinski, I'm addicted to love. Hey, can you guess what mood I'm in? Need you like my oxygen. Let's go.
So, kitu ili happen kabla tufike. There was nilikuwa nimesha advice hapo kila mtu nilikuwa naenda ni chopa, make sure you don't throw up. Unacheki? Like you have to like usiniaibishe. No one is throwing up in this thing. But tulikuwa mebeba jug fulani hapo just in case. So like 5 minutes before to land, maze, guess what happened? Guess. Nika throw up, maze, ndani ya jug. So immediately na land hivi Naserian kind of, man.
So during the Mara experience, we were hosted at the Naserian Camp. It's an amazing luxury resort in Lemek Conservancy in the Mara. And it's one of our partners actually. One of the main qualities that we love about Naserian Camp is, first, it is an eco-friendly camp. It actually is zero carbon. It's a very 100% carbon neutral camp, meaning that it has zero carbon emissions released into the environment. So it's very eco-friendly. They use solar heating and for most of their solar energy for most of their power and heating needs, and they use water straight from the natural springs. So they're very eco-friendly. Anytime
uko in Maasai Mara and Naserian Camp. Kenyan owned, great people, great food, very peaceful. At night you can hear lions. It's just, you can't pay enough for that. Yeah.
Another thing is that they are very community centric in terms of give back and also employment opportunities. A lot of the staff members at the Naserian Camp actually are natives of the Maasai Mara Conservancy, so that's a very amazing thing that they're doing. And there's a current program that they have to actually pump some of a percentage of the revenue from the camp itself into the communities. So it's absolutely fabulous.
The soup at Naserian is fantastic, on top of everything else. The hosts are just like, watu tu wazuri, watu roho safi. They really took care of us over and beyond even what they're supposed to do. Every night in the camp, they light a fire in your room. There's a fireplace. So imagine that, like every night there's a fire there, good food. You're in Maasai Mara, it's totally quiet and dark because there are no lights or noise or anything like that. You're in the wild. It's just great. Even up until the point when we were leaving, they gave us a lot of gifts. I have an authentic Maasai belt at home, jewelry, Maasai jewelry, necklaces. They give me so much, plus the memories. I'm very thankful to Naserian Camp. Yeah.
And Uvumbuzi Africa really resonates with that, especially with the community-based and our projects and supporting the youth and women in that area. So we're really, really excited to be partners with them. And I definitely recommend Naserian Camp if you're ever in the Mara and you're looking for a really eco-friendly place to have an authentic Maasai experience. Definitely check out their website. Get in touch with Shadrach, he's the camp manager, and tell him Uvumbuzi Africa sent you.
On day one, we went to visit the Mara Elephant Project, which was also a part of the deal. You know, we got to see and learn a lot about not only the animals, the elephants, but also how they affect the ecosystem and that area, how the people who live there, how they live with those elephants and things that happen.
And here at the headquarters, we have few rangers who are actually looking after the properties and also doing the patrol around the headquarters. And then also there are also the rapid response team. So anytime there is any emergency, we have the helicopter here. They are the one to respond very quickly.
What kind of emergencies?
So the kind of emergency is poaching and human-elephant conflict. So this actually happens when an elephant is killed, either by poachers or by community. So the human-elephant conflict happens when an elephant is inside the farm or inside the settlement area. So in that case, that's when we use the helicopter to go and remove that elephant from that settlement or inside the farm to a safe place. Yeah, so this is our headquarters, this is our office.
We got to see a lot of traps that people use to catch the elephants. They're called snares.
These are the snares. And they are different. So look at this one. It is. So tofauti ni hii ya kamba na hii ni wire. So it goes, so hii ni ya Mara na hii ni ya Mau forest. The reason why they are using very strong wires like this in Mara is because they are targeting big animals like the zebra and the wild beast. So they have to use strong wire like this. And then in the Mau, they are targeting very small animals like the dick and the yellow-back duckers. Kamba kidogo tu, just to set. Mama akikuja aingie tu hivi namshika, inakuwa kuachilia inakuwa ngumu, sometimes inakata shingo ama mguu. Yeah. Alafu hii pia ni snare. Kama hii inashika mnyama gani? So hii ni ya kushika kinu kwa gari. So unaweka mahindi huko ndani, ikikuja
Naanguka. Hii tulitengeneza. Hii tulitengeneza na besi, ndio? Na kamba na nini? Na kijiti. Hii pia ni ya kuua ndovu. Hii si ya kukata mti.
Ni ya kukata miti. So
illegal logging. Sasa unapata watu wawili hivi wanang'ang'ana.
Instead of kutumia kwa so hiyo sauti isikike na askari. Unakuta watu wamekuja huko na hapa ni kuimba tu.
Tracking collars that they put on the elephants so they know where they are. It was great. I think it's more of an awareness thing because I also was finding out how much, you need to pay for a tracking collar to be put on an elephant, and it was quite steep, to be honest with you. And I feel like if more people knew and more people got involved, even that price can come lower and many more people can get involved. But overall, shout out to Mara Elephant Project for starting it in the first place. It's very important because just keep track, because there's so much movement, you never know where these animals are, and that's how some of them get in trouble, get killed.
So this is now the new one. So the battery is is here, and also the GPS is also there. And the collar lasts for 3 years. And it's not only this, you have the counterweight. So the counterweight goes down there, so the collar can keep
stay up.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, the elephant collars were very heavy. They were. I was thinking, but you know, the elephant is obviously a big animal, so I think relatively might not be that heavy, but they are quite heavy. I'd say maybe, definitely over 10 kilos. Hivyo ndo alikuwa anasema nikaa vile umevaa saa. That's how the elephant, but did the elephant tell you? Hii ni kama saa bwana. No, but they were not heavy to where they are hurting the animals. Yeah, I think I need to make that clear. They are not, si kitu inaumiza elephant, ni kitu inasaidia elephant. So it was an awesome experience, and we learned a lot. Got to interact with the rangers. I asked them if they've seen elephants face to face. They said yes. I asked them what I should do if I saw an elephant face to face. I can't remember what they said though. What did they say? Do you remember? How can we go to Maasai Mara and now if you meet an elephant you don't know what to do? Me by there I'll just play dead. I don't even know. Day 2 tunaamshwa asubuhi na mapema because hiyo ndo time ya game drive. We stock hapo 11 and expect tutaenda kuona anything. So mimi kama msanii hodari nikaamka saa 10 asubuhi. I was waiting for you guys. Hata mkamkuniamsha. Sasa hii ni the first time really mimi na experience Maasai Mara, unaona? Na yani imekuwa a while tangu ni experience kitu kama hiyo. Hata ukienda animal orphanage ama sijui wapi, mali animals hawako in their natural habitat. Ni different. I remember one of the first animals tuliona ilikuwa, I think they were gazelles. Were they gazelles? The ones with the harem? Thompson's gazelles, I think. Yeah. And it was just like literally you're driving, umetoka kwa camp, you're just driving in the bushes nini, and then it just opens up kama Lion King, and it's so vast and so quiet. I remember thinking it's so quiet, hakuna noise, unaweza sikia cricket from like a kilometer away. Then you see gazelles there eating. We drive a bit more, alafu unaona buffaloes. I saw a giant eland, which the last time I saw a giant eland was at the museum. And I always said, this animal is so fascinating to me. I hope one day I can see it in real life. You know, I must have been maybe 8 years old. So fast forward now, 10 years later. Oh man. And here it is right in front of me. Like, I took so many pictures. Ningewabo kwa social media na hizo picha kama ningepost zote. So many. Yeah, we were crossing a bridge. There was a hyena there crossing as well. Like, it's just a different world. And then the car we are using, the truck we are using, obviously does not have windows, right? So the whole time, and the seat is quite high, like you're on level with the thing if you fall out. Do you know what I mean? So I was thinking the whole time, like if a lion just comes full speed nicely, hatuna chance. But somehow it works, man. Like, I think I even asked the guy, do guys get attacked? He's like, no. Like, it just works. I don't know. I remember how high off that we were, like, the whole day. Even after we came back to the camp, all we were talking about was the animals and how quiet it was. I think that's how naturally we're supposed to be, even humans. Because when it's that quiet, your hearing has to be amazing, you know, and your eyesight, like it's so, hakuna vitu zenye si natural, you know, our phones and all that is not natural light, right? But there everything is natural, it's just nature, it's just beautiful. Then another highlight, like, I don't know, maybe this is number 1 of that trip. Tumalizana na maneno ya picnic, naomba sasa ndo mambo inaanza. Ingeni kwa chopa, tunaenda kwa forest. Tukaenda forest inaitwa Nyakweri Forest. Apparently Nyakweri was a Kisii, I think a Kisii girl or something, or a Kisii somebody who died in that forest during a fight, something like that. So they named the forest Nyakweri. There was a connection like that. I can't quite remember. I wish I could. Wait, before we landed, there's a place we flew over, and I remember, I think I told you, Wash. There was like a clearing, like in the forest, just trees, then there's a clearing like this. And then it's like a perfect circle. And in that perfect circle, there are zebras in there. So you can imagine trees, dark green, then a circle, then the grass is a bit lighter, light green hapo, halafu black and white zebras tu hapo ndani zinatembea, zinakimbia nini. And I was just like, wow. I think I have a video of that in my phone. Ilikuwa kitu amazing kuona. Hata niki-describe, I'm not doing it justice. I wish my language could be as colorful as it was. Anyway, we landed there somewhere next in a clearing, and then we had to walk maybe like a 50-meter walk inside the forest kidogo hivi. Sasa tukapata hapo wametuchomea nyama. Man, mpaka niulizo mse, hii ni animal gani hii tunakula? Juu ilikuwa ina taste kama mbuzi. Ilikuwa crispy, ilikuwa perfectly salted. Alafu venye wanaichoma kwa ground kama medunga hivi kijiti. Alafu inachoma tu pole na makaa. Nikikumbuka nasikia njaa. From that day, before that day and from that day, I have not eaten meat that's cooked that well. I'm sorry. It was the best meat I've ever eaten. The best. 100%. I wish I could find a way to bring it here and sell to everybody.
Leo tumefurahia sana, tangu asubuhi tumeambiwa tumepata report kuanzia jana tutakuwa na mgeni ambaye tulialika asubuhi. Tumekuja na mbuzi, tumelalisha mbuzi haraka, tukachinja, tumechoma, tukapata wageni. Tumefurahi sana, tumekuwa nao, wamekula mpaka wameshukuru sana. Kustukia hivi ni mwanamuziki ambayo tumekuwa tukisikia huko tu, kama hiyo ngoma ya inaitwa Malaika. Tumekuwa tukifurahi hiyo ngoma zake. Lakini leo baada ya saa ile tulikuwa kwa picha, tulikuwa tunapiga picha ya memories, ndio nimesikia anaitwa Nyashinski. Nimefurahi sana. Nimefurahi sana.
So the purpose of my visit to the forest was to be made an Honorary Ranger for the Mara Elephant Project. So there was a ceremony, that was part of the ceremony actually. It was like a welcome, which I didn't know, but it's an amazing welcome, if you ask me.
Kukumbuka sisi kwa wewe ni balozi.
Yes.
Hapa Mara Elephant Project.
Yes.
Kile umeona kazi yetu.
Nimeona.
Kuchunga wanyama, pia na msitu, environment na conservation. Sisi tunapenda sana kuchunga.
Yeah.
So sisi tunaomba utukumbuke naye.
Asante sana.
Kila mahali yetu unaenda, kwa ni kama balozi yetu na ni sana yetu. Ili tunafanya kazi kwa bidii mahali popote unapita. Na kuombea ututangaze pia utupe
kabisa.
Tembea kama wewe pia ni umoja wetu
kabisa.
So nakukaribisha hii area. Ni kama Mara Elephant Project. Tunasema karibu.
Asante sana.
Asante kwa hiyo.
Asante sana. They were very hospitable, very friendly. And really they treated us like one of their own. Hawakutu treat kama foreigners ama watu natoka Nairobi. Like tulipiga tu story, tukakula nyama. You know, nikapewa ubalozi wangu. I still have my shirt. I wish I wore it today. And that was that. After that we left, we took another chopper ride, followed the river with Mark, like alikuwa naenda hivi. By the way, with no doors on the chopper, eh? I think you saw that video. Just going like this, like being on a nduthi, but but in the sky, in the air. Because that action of, that's inertia, right? That action of when you're turning, you whatever. Nikako kwa bike but in the air, now with no door. So alikuwa na linivi mazee, yani alafu I'm still not the best swimmer yet. So I was thinking, if I fall in this river, it's a life well lived. There was a sad part about flying back, obviously. From there we can see the effects of deforestation. Obviously brought about by mostly economic reasons in the area, because most people are cutting the trees for charcoal. They're burning coal, right? That's what they're doing, right? Yeah, so it was sad to see, the forest being destroyed like that. Obviously my position has always been, by the time I'm waking up to go and cut that tree, it means I have to feed my family. So if you're gonna tell me not to cut the tree, it's best you provide for me an alternative. And that's the part where now we all come in. Uvumbuzi, MEP, everyone who is involved. It's not just, hey, let's crack down on these guys who are burning these things. It's like, how can we replace this, what they are getting from doing this, in a positive way? And all in all, it was a good day. We flew back to the MEP headquarters, and from there we took a nice ride on a Polaris back to our camp. And this time, remember how I was telling you how the window is low in the truck? Now it's a Polaris, so it's basically like a go-kart. So there's nothing. So if a lion comes, unless your lion imeshiba.
That evening we were talking about how passionate nature came in contact, which we believe is conservation is all about passion. That's one thing, and protecting the nature should be everybody's responsibility. That actually came from him, even though we all knew that, but it came from him himself.
So it was the last day of our Mara experience, which was unfortunately quite sad, but we decided that we're going to have breakfast talks that morning before departure. And basically, it was because of the experiences that we'd had and the interactions we'd shared and the discoveries we'd made together. We thought it was important to kind of have a recap of the entire experience. And so Naserian Camp set up a nice, lovely outdoor breakfast for us, where we sat down and kind of just unpacked and dissected some of the main conservation issues that stood out to us during the experience.
We went around, everyone chose what kind of animal they think they would be if they were in the wild. That was fun.
What was yours?
Mine was, I think it was an elephant.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. An elephant. And I think they're just majestic and beautiful. And they have a good memory. Great memory. Tukaongea, tukapiga story, tukashare food. It was more like a could break bread na family, than anything else. And at that point you're just sitting, you're eating your food, you're with people who you're just, the energy is right, and you're looking and it's Maasai Mara, it's quiet, it's vast. It's just like a picture I want to keep in my mind for years to come. I'm very grateful for the whole experience, and I hope we can do many more like those. Yeah.
And we were also just talking about how we could probably come together and map the way forward in terms of molding the conservation sphere in Kenya. For me personally, it was really, really refreshing and very heartwarming to see that not only did Nyashinski fall in love with the Mara, but he also bought into the Uvumbuzi Africa vision, which I thought was fantastic. And it was also an inspiration because we can now see that we have an opportunity to inspire other youth and women to get actively engaged in environmental stewardship. And so that was a really, really close and heartwarming moment for us. And I think it was a good way to end the entire Mara experience.
I wouldn't say this experience changes my goals. I'll say it adds to that list of goals that I already have. Because it's something that I feel is worth my time. Finally, I just want to say a big thank you to Uvumbuzi Africa. My guys, you know, first of all, Uvumbuzi means discovery, and that's the whole point. It's conservation through discovery. If you're closed up, you don't know what's going on, you can't get involved. The more you go out and seek to discover, the more you see, the more you find out, the more you get involved. So big shout out to Uvumbuzi. Never stop doing what you're doing. Mimi niko na nyinyi 100%. And definitely this trip and all the discoveries I've made have really changed my outlook on a lot of things. And that's how you learn. Going forward, I'm more informed, you know, even my decisions. It really, everything you're doing, like the choices we make, zina affect what you're doing. So big shout out to you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Peace and love.
No, gata hiyo. Unaget. Unataka nikutumie shout out? Oh man. Mwanzo yule msana unasikia?
Nyashinski the Ranger.
Now let me kill it, guys. What's happening here is conservation through discovery. And for me, it's actually a personal experience, like nime experience mimi mwenyewe, in the sense that
Forgive me.
Waze nilikuwa nimesha take off. Sasa nilikuwa naenda kutesa sasa. To be made an honorary ranger for the Mara. I mean, that was ikate. Hata tu hapo. For the Mara Elephant Project. But nimengangana nayo kutoka nianze kuongea. Hiyo ndo ya first. Ingekuwa ni wewe umekaa hapa.
He loves nature, and for him to be part of this journey, it is a passionate boss. Come like figuring himself in nature.
Do you feel personal?
Close and personal.